He was 19 years old. He went into a flood for people who had never once looked at him properly. And a 6-year-old girl.
Ramu grew up where the
changed
river
everything.
decided everything. Good year, it was kind. Bad year, it took. People like him simply survived. The landlord's house sat at the village center like a stone dropped in water, everything arranged around it. Ramu's family was the everything
3 streets
else.
away, 1 room, 1 outdoor kitchen, 1 mud wall, never repaired.
Ramu's father borrowed once, during a drought, to feed his family. That one decision followed him for 30 years. Every year, new interest. Interest on interest. Ramdas worked. He always worked. But the number never went down. By the time Ramu was 19, his father's body had given up. Back bent. Hands trembling. But the debt. The
Still
manager
stood.
came one morning, taller than
The
ever.
old man cannot work. Send the son. Ramdas Lo.
Ramu said no. He had seen how servants were treated in that house. He was not going to be furniture for anyone.
That night his father coughed. His mother got up, brought water, patted his back, then turned away. Later his father spoke, not to Ramu, to the ceiling. Some debts are heavier than life. Nothing else. Next morning Ramu left. 1 small bundle, everything he owned. He did not look back. His place was beside the grain sacks, a thin mat, 1 hook on the wall. That was all.
Every morning, split wood, carry water, wash vessels, serve food. The land.
On the 3rd day, she appeared. Ramu was at the well, making a paper boat from a scrap of paper. She came around the corner, stopped, looked at him, then walked over and sat down without asking. Her wooden horse had a broken leg. Ramu carved a new one from scrap firewood. Not perfect, but it held. One afternoon, she brought mango slices from her own share, both hands offering. He took 1 slice, just 1.
On Tuesday morning, the landlord left. He told the manager. He told his wife. Before leaving, by afternoon, the sky turned iron gray. The river had been rising for 2 days, quietly. Shada took Chutki to the pump house. 20-minute job. The river was rising. The rain came all at once. Not drops. Walls of water. In 20 minutes, the river crossed its first marker. The pump house sat in the low land. Water came through the door, then the window. Shada pushed Chutki up through the roof hatch. Child first, then herself. Chutki looked toward the village lights and called, through all that rain, 1 word. It was Kamala who remembered first. The pump house. Go. That was all she said. Ramu ran barefoot. He was already moving. No time for sandals. The path was water and mud. He swept the torch across the riverbank and saw them. 2 shapes on a roof. One on a boat was tied to a tree near the bank. He found the rope in darkness, worked the knot open. His torch fell into the water. Gone. He pushed off into complete darkness. He reached the pump house wall. She was at the roof edge, too close. He said, "Stay." A wave hit the boat sideways. It lifted on one edge. Ramu threw his... The bank appeared out of the darkness. He pulled the boat in, lifted Chutki, carried her up, set her on dry ground. She did not let go of his hand. The landlord arrived at dawn. He held his wife, then his daughter. Then he turned. Then Chutki woke, crossed the room, put her arms around him, face against his side. That same morning, Shara went alone to the iron box, took out the debt document. She held it to the kitchen lantern. It got slowly, then all at once. Numbers burned. Ramu walked home alone through the washed village. Path clean, mud with new light on it. He thought of his father. Bent shoulders, cracked hands. His father was outside when Ramu came down the lane, hands moving, mending rope. Then he looked up, saw his son walking toward him. His hands went. The landlord's gates were slightly open that morning. Not fully, just ajar. But he was 19 years old. He went into a flood for people who had never truly seen him. A 6-year-old girl